We got Chill Pills first up, charging out on his scootin' tootin' Mythic Plus rootin'. Little dinosaur mount versus Seawark off the bat. Try to see if he can go for a big blaster. Missiles to follow. Let's see if we just try to see if he can cut corners around Chillpus. Still got quite a bit of damage. Still emanating off of Chillpus with the touch of the Magi. Trying to absorb a lot of it into anti-magic shell. And still potentially has some kind of a residual dot on him to follow. So if I try to make sure he maximizes the range, got himself big missile procs, stunned, but Chillpus got the blink, and that's gonna be silence, locking down the mage, quick trick it out of the wizard as it got himself that all the time rolling in. Chillpus actually under a ton of pressure, could be in big trouble, does get a stun with more switcher on to see if like this is gonna be grippy hand on top of it, need himself a heal, goes in for a death. Oh my god, the death pack may not be enough here though. Death pack, as the barrage was about to slam down on him. Just try to see if he can maybe go for recovery. He got the death pack that's going to siphon a lot of that health. Necroticing out. Not going to really give him a lot of opportunity to catch up to. That's going to be Triples with Rainbow getting knocked back, moved away. AMS available. So if I try to see if he can crack through those defenses. Got himself the Void of Racial. Triples is ready for it, but it's going to be juke out by Seamark. Actually, wait until there's a grip up. Seal wants to get himself the big execute on Chill with a, oh my god, the Coda Cold root effect is so strong. Missiles to follow. Seamark has him basically in the execute stance, trying to get some more missile damage. Going to be Chill diving into the dome of anti-magic barrier with Seamark. Try to see if he can freeze him. Does get the freeze around the corner. Doesn't get the line of sight. He just needs a little bit more damage. Just a hair more damage. Trinket out of Chill Pills. Got himself a grip. Continue to get death strikes as many as he can. Versus Seamark got himself lucky Spellboard proc, giving him a little bit of absorption as well as survivability. Silence onto Seamark as he tried to go for a Nova. Has to go for all the time. That's going to be Chillpus. Try to see if he can deal with this. Going to be big damage on the Seamark, but then she could take him out. Again, limited by the Spell Warden, barely alive. Got himself AMS back up. That's going to be Seamark taking advantage of the fact that he got that alter time. Chillpus holding onto the AMS. That thing is absorbing quite a bit of damage. That Spell Warden is the hardest working Spell Warden absorb shield I've ever seen in my life. Big Arcane Surge by Seamark, blind by Chillpus, trying to see if he can just carve a little bit of healing off of Seamark, trying to see if he can siphon it off of him. Ring of Frost getting knocked back. Somehow he doesn't get frozen. I am actually very surprised he doesn't get frozen there. With the knock, there goes the freeze now. I think Chillpus got knocked back by the freeze, and I think he may have jumped over it. He leapt over with the Z-axis, big AMS available. Seamark trying to see if he can crack through those defenses. All the time is up, so in case he ever gets in trouble, he should be okay. Missiles flying in versus Chillpus, does go for a silence. It's going to be all the time putting him back up to a good spot. And trying to use that in order to create some mobility. Trying to break away from Chillpus as he gets himself death back, trying to stay aggressive. Full stun on Seamark, potentially could be seeing an ice block out of the mage. But Seamark gets a root freeze onto Chills. I'm not really sure if it was a Nova or a Coda Cold. Try to go for movement as well as a poly. That's going to be a big reset for Chill. But Seamark is trying to see if he maybe can get himself some big damage to follow right after. Missiles are just absolutely shredding him. Getting line of sight. Cheesing him out with missiles. Needs him on barrage. As Chills gets low, does Bob Deathpact, or Lichborn. Not Deathpact. Lichborn, in order to try to convert himself into an undead, using the Death Goals in order to heal himself and stabilize. As Seamark knocks him back. With an Arcade Mage getting access to Frost, Fire, and Arcade Utility. It's actually insane. Seamark with massive damage. AMS or Chillpus as he's in an execute range. Try to see if he can recover using the AMS and the Spell Warden Absorb in order to generate himself some survivability, but also lots of resources. It's going to be a Spell Warden and still continue to absorb so much punishment from the Arcade Mage. Stun into Seamark. Does go for much winter right after. Into a silence. Seamark could be in trouble. Has a Ice Block in case he needs to. Going to be Images joining in. Try to see if he can slow down Chillpus, but also protect Seamark as he goes for a blink. Got himself a plenty of mobility in order to catch get away. Seamark has Chillpus on the ropes. The man is limited on the amount of healing he could really provide for himself. If Seamark gets himself a right angle, could be very deadly. And it's going to be IBF for Chillpus and an opportunity where he can't heal whatsoever. That's going to be Necrotics finally falling off at the last second. Seamark getting hit with a silence. Got himself touch of magic with Chillpus. He better be very, very careful. Got himself a stun off of that blind. Stun again with Seamark, trying to control how much damage Seamark can do inside of the touch of magic. Still blasting with Arcane Blast though. AMS at the last second at the perfect time. Dude, perfect opportunity with a alter time for Seamark, using that to extend the mobility and distance away from Chills, barraging him with those missiles, just drilling through the boy's health. It's honestly anyone's game as we're diving into that 7-minute mark here, boys. 12% dampened with Seamark trying to go for maybe a Ring of Frost. Maybe it was trying to go for Ring of Frost long distance, but it didn't connect. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do for a second there. Got himself big barrages. AMS for Chillpus. That's like he's only bastion of defense right now. Stun as there's going to be immediate blink out of Seamark. Got to be grippy hand for Chillpus. He's going to be able to yoink Seamark back over. I think the mage has alter time pre-set up with a big burst onto Chill Pills. Actually, no help whatsoever. Wait, he's turning around onto the mage. Potentially could take him down. Big knockback by Seavark. Has Chill Pills on the ropes, and that execute rage got himself the dome in order to help reduce damage by 50%. But that Arcade Surge could be very, very deadly. Getting that interrupt at the last second with a blind onto Seavark, trying to see if he can slow him down, stun by Remorseless Winter, and that's going to be Chill Pills again, trying to carve out as much healing, as many death strikes as it can off of the mage. With a big grip, Seavark gets no help whatsoever. It does go down to a Howling Blast. Oh my goodness. That was, I feel like, such a one-sided game where I honestly felt like the Arcade Mage was ahead and Chill Pills was just trying to see if he could somehow, some way bypass him. And the entire time I felt like it was Chill Pills fighting for his life, but man, yeah, that's actually kind of insane, Seavark. I am very, very surprised by how that turned around. Does he live to the Drained Soul? Not even good. Actually, just gonna try to see if we can drain him down with a quick stun onto the Warlock. As Chill Pills is still struggling, just how he was with Seavark, struggling to survive. He's still doing it, but somehow this man is still alive. I think it has to be Spell Warden, man. I think it has to be those lucky procs of Spell Warden. He got them amped up so they're a little bit better with crits. Big damage onto not even good. As he's trying to see if he can just survive the damage. Got himself a bit of a shield as well. Mortal and Chill Pills still got himself big drains to follow. But not even good. Trying to go for a massive heal. Big death pack shield available. Trying to go for another drain on Chill Pills. AMZ down as the death and continue to struggle through this. Actually getting some big obliterates back to back. Starting to get some pressure. Big drain life onto not even good. Stun by Chill Pills. Again, this man is at no health whatsoever. Trying to go for as many deaths as humanly possible. Getting interrupt, locking out, not even good. Does he die right here? That's going to be the Warlock boarding away. Chill Pills at no health whatsoever. Got himself AMS at the last ditch set effort. That's going to be not even good. Does he survive it? No way this death it survives it, man. No way he's still surviving it. How is he doing it? With an Evoker, his last is just going to go for a quick disintegrate on him. I don't think there's anything you can do at this point, man. Unless you somehow do survive it. Blind onto the last, does have a trigger for it. Trying to go for Big Living Flame, taking down the Death Knight. Billy gonna be up next. Is Billy third. Gonna get hit with a sleep. Trinkets out. There's gonna be Lat trying to go for big. Oh! The big Evoker one-shot has happened, boys! And there it is. The big Evoker one-shot, as it's gonna be PvP. Up next, try to see if he can maybe disengage towards last Evoker. He got himself mass disintegrates with a living flip, but it's a big damage. Gonna get interrupted on it. Got himself a root onto PvP. I feel like Laz got honestly like 3 schools of spells. He got the Earth Magic. He got himself red healing, blue damage. Oh, and actually big damage on the PvP. Wait, does this guy go down? Got himself that Nether Walk. Laz actually is immune to CC. That Fear is gonna get immune. Because he got that Shroud. PvP could be dead here, actually. If Lathan plays his cards right, he could potentially get him. PvP is trying to see if he can back up out of there. Waiting for some cooldowns. Got himself a stun into Lath. Looking for the hunt. But actually, Land decided himself completely. Lath taking a lot of damage right now. Does PvP recover here? Lath needs something, anything in order to help survive. Stun to follow. And PvP does end up taking him back. Honestly, the Evoker almost turned it around there. And that's going to be Bone Breaker up next. Got himself to a big blaze. I'm trying to see if he can one-shot PvP. The man got no health whatsoever. Bonebreaker doesn't need to do much, honestly, to one-shot him. He's got no health at all. Charge, baby big execute. Does he get the big proc? And it looks like he does get it as he gets him into the prison. There is actually one shot that Bonebreaker can do, and you may need to use that here for Coil. As Coil is just pushing in as a marksmanship launcher. Massive rapid fire. Death Chakra to fall, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I got it wrong. Got a parry for him, so maybe he could parry some of the pet's abilities. If you can parry some of the pet's attacks, you can actually get quite a bit of healing. Go out, try to see if you can just kite him around with all the traps. Gonna be lead by the warrior. Does he reconnect properly? It's gonna be freezing trap waiting for him. Does he have an out for it? Looks like it's gonna be actually very, very short. Bonebreaker just needs a little bit more damage, but I think the rapid fire may just drove right through him. He got himself no health and Coil with a quick kill shot. He's gonna be up next as a Feral Druid sneaking around the corner. Does not get a proper opener or stun onto Coil, which gives him opportunity to at least dive into a Turtle Shell. Stun around the corner. Does he use Trinket for it? Death Chakra for your Coil? Can he potentially survive this? I don't know if he got any survivability. Actually got a lot of damage versus Yeast. He's gonna hit with a slow. It's gonna be Scatter with a freezing trap to follow. Wailing Arrow might do quite a bit of damage. Actually got him so extremely low. Does he have another rapid fire? Actually, oh my god, Coil! Discovering marksmanship hunter's potential here. Oh my goodness, boys. A lot of things that have happened here. First of all, we've seen an Evoker going for 2 kills. With Lath, actually getting like a big one-shot here too. Second, Chill Pills surviving forever. Also